The water is 58 degrees and it's 3 a.m. You've been in it for 22 minutes. Your hands are not fully working. That's fine. You don't need your hands for this part. The instructor's breath mists in the frigid air as he watches your struggle. Your body shakes, but you must not shiver. Level 1, the Crucible. The air burns with the acrid scent of gun oil and sweat-soaked uniforms. You wake at 4:30 a.m. to a whistle blast, your cot jarring against the concrete floor. Your daily caloric intake is 2,500, but your body demands more. The drill instructor's face, inches from yours, is a mask of pure contempt. He shouts about your weakness as you fail to properly assemble your M16A4 service rifle within the 45-second time hack. Your fingers, numb from the cold and exhaustion, fumble with the charging handle. The failure state is simple: you are dropped from training, sent home with a permanent stain on your record. You gain nothing but the knowledge of your own limits and the quiet, shared misery of 50 other recruits. You lose every shred of personal autonomy, your name replaced by a number. The transition to the next level requires you to endure 13 weeks of this controlled chaos, proving you can follow orders without question. Level 2, the Line Dog. Sand grinds beneath your desert boots, a constant, irritating presence. The distant thud of 155mm howitzer fire vibrates through your chest, a dull reminder of your purpose. You are a 19D Cavalry Scout, 1st Armored Division, earning $1,970 a month. Your kit weighs 65 pounds, including your M240B machine gun. You are on a 24-hour patrol in the Anbar province. Your squad leader calls out an IED signature on the MATV's Warlock system. Your convoy halts. You dismount, scanning the roadside, the silence pressing down on you until the wind whispers past your OCP camo. The failure state here is immediate, catastrophic. A VBIED detonates, taking you and your squad. You gain a deep, unbreakable bond with the men to your left and right, a silent understanding forged in shared danger. You lose the luxury of a full night's sleep and the ability to ever fully relax, even off duty. The transition to a more specialized role requires you to volunteer for advanced schools, demonstrating competence beyond basic combat. Level 3, the Silent Watch. The air is recycled, cold, and metallic, humming with the continuous thrum of the S-9G reactor. You are a nuclear machinist's mate on a Virginia-class fast-attack submarine, submerged for 60 days straight. Your workstation, a cramped console in the reactor compartment, monitors coolant flow and pressure, displaying numbers like 2,250 psi and 550 degrees Fahrenheit. One shift, a high-pressure alarm blares, a false positive, but for a heart-stopping 10 seconds, you initiate emergency shutdown protocols before recognizing the system glitch. The failure state is a critical reactor casualty, a radiation leak that poisons the crew and renders the vessel a mobile tomb. You gain access to an elite technical brotherhood, a quiet respect for precision under extreme conditions. You lose your connection to the sun, the open sky, and the simple rhythm of day and night. The transition demands a perfect service record and selection for a sensitive, high-stakes assignment. Level 4, the Ghost Recon. The only color in your world is the sickly green glow of your PVS-14 night vision device. You taste the metallic tang of adrenaline mixed with stale Emery coffee. You are Air Force Special Tactics, 24th Special Operations Wing, operating deep inside enemy territory for 72 hours. Your task is to establish an austere landing zone for an MC-130J Commando 2, guiding it in with a N/PRC-117G radio. A local militia patrol, armed with AK-47s, moves within 100 meters of your position. You freeze, the weight of your suppressed M4A1 heavy in your hands. You must call off the infiltration, compromising the entire mission, or risk engagement and exposure. The failure state is capture, torture, or a black site disappearance, your existence denied by your own government. You gain immense operational funding and the ability to bend the rules of engagement. You lose your sense of absolute right and wrong, accepting necessary evils as part of the job. The transition requires a deep understanding of strategic intelligence, not just kinetic action. Level 5, the deep cover. The scent of expensive, stale coffee hangs in the air of the windowless operations center. You sit before a bank of screens, displaying real-time SIGINT feeds and encrypted comment intercepts. You are a Joint Special Operations Command intelligence analyst, tasked with synthesizing data from multiple agencies, NSA, DIA, CIA, into actionable intelligence for a 0400 raid. A critical piece of data, a pattern of life anomaly, appears in a 3-second burst from a remote sensor. You have 90 seconds to verify and relay it, or the target will move. Your judgment directly impacts the lives of a Tier 1 assault force. The failure state is the loss of an entire assault team, an international incident, and a career-ending demotion. You gain unprecedented access to classified information and the ear of flag officers. You lose the ability to trust anyone outside your immediate circle, seeing manipulation everywhere. The transition comes from proving your value in these high-stakes intelligence cycles, earning a seat at the table where policy is made. Level 6, the architect of war. The aroma of polished mahogany and old paper fills your office, 5,000 square feet within the earring of the Pentagon. Your salary is $16,770 a month. You are a Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Special Operations, overseeing budgets that exceed $18 billion. You review a draft executive order for a long-term covert action in a volatile region. The implications ripple across continents, affecting millions of lives, shifting geopolitical alliances. Your aide, a Marine colonel, presents a dissenting opinion based on ground-level intelligence. You listen, weighing the human cost against strategic objectives. Your signature commits resources, lives, and the nation's future. The failure state is a policy miscalculation that leads to protracted conflict, massive financial waste, and a catastrophic loss of national credibility. You gain immense, almost unimaginable power, shaping global events with a pen stroke. You lose any semblance of a normal life, your public persona a shield, your private life a series of calculated risks. Nobody will ever know the true weight of your decisions. That is the job. The water is 58 degrees and it's 3 a.m. A new recruit, shivering, is dragged from the frigid pool, barely able to stand. The machine is hungry. It never stops. It just consumes and elevates, leaving ghosts in its wake.